All right. Now, I think we go into Texas, and I think I heard the man. And this is my dear friend, and I can say a whole lot about Dr. Stan Harris, but for sake of time, I just call him the breakthrough expert. I mean, he does so many things for the community, impacting people around the world. He will tell you a little bit about his background, but we love him and his lovely wife, just special, 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 special people. Oh my God. That's why he's definitely OQP. And it's an honor to be his friend, to know him this many years, the things that I've learned from him, the things that we've done together. And you want to go ahead and make sure you fasten your seatbelt because I'm bringing on my dear friend. We affectionately call him Dr. Breakthrough. Dr. Breakthrough, come on to the platform, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Strohman. It's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure to be part of this. My, with powerful information that we've received already. I mean, we can go home with just what we heard so far. I mean, this is off the incredible. And so thank you for having this, putting this together, Dr. Strohman, and also the different folks assisting and you working together. By the way, I always say this, 1 + 1 is 2, that's cooperation. But 1 and 1 is 11, that's collaboration. And addition can never catch up to multiplication. Ooh, can I say?
That's good. That's good.
Power is when we collaborate, when we work together. So the Bible says 1 will chase 1,000, 2 will put 10,000 to flight. So that's not addition, that's multiplication. So again, 1 + 1 is 2, that's cooperation, that's great. But 1 and 1 is collaboration, right? And so addition can never catch up to multiplication. And that's what happens when you have people collaborating, coming together. Dr. Strohman, I often say we may not have it all together, but together we have it all. And surely we have it all today. So let me just real quick, Dr. Breakthrough, they call me Dr. Breakthrough, first of all, because breaking through is what I do. Breaking through is what I had to do my whole entire life, as many of all of you have done, right? To break through the barriers, right? I used to think the barriers were made to stop me. Then I found out barriers are only made to stop 2 kinds of people, or made to stop those who are not sincere and those who are not committed. But to those of us who are sincerely committed, I found out barriers were made to be broken. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to demonstrate. So they call me Dr. Breakthrough because breaking through is what I do. Breaking through is what I demonstrate, and breaking through is what I love to teach the folks to whom I speak with. So let me just, let's see here. Let's get rid of this virtual background so we can get down to business here for a second. All righty, there we go. So my main message, by the way, which I won't be talking about today, is every master was once a mess. Therefore, every mess can one day be a master through mentorship. Come on, somebody.
Yes,
so
sir.
Anyway, but so just so you know, so here's a board, and on this board, which by the way is hard, it says limiting beliefs. Now here's what I want you to notice. Right in the middle of the word beliefs, right in the middle is a 3-letter word called a lie. You see that? And so what I found out, Dr. Strohman, and that's what you're doing so well, you and your team, you're empowering people to break through the lies that we've been, see, when there's lies that we believe in, we live a very limiting lifestyle. And this was my life for so long. And as a matter of fact, the more I study, the more I attend things like this, the more I read books, the more I'm finding out there were lies that I was believing in and I wasn't even aware of. Jeremiah 7:8 says, you trust in lying words, which cannot profit, which means the opposite must be true. If you trust in the truth, it's the only thing that can profit. So if you're not in profit, it's because there's some lie that's keeping you back. And so again, I don't have time to go through all the details, but at 3 years of age, my dad left, never came home, never called, never sent mom a dime. At 6, I was out in the middle of a field playing. A gang of teenagers came my way, grabbed me, beat me up, slammed me on the ground, stomped all over me, kicked all over me to where I was bleeding from everywhere you could. I was a 6-year-old boy, right? Not bothering anybody. And bleeding from everywhere you can bleed. You would think that was enough, but one of them flipped me over face up, took a great big old bucket of tar, they poured it on my face, poured it on my body, took a bunch of feathers, they threw them on me and left me there literally in the middle of a field to die. Thank God somebody found me, rushed me to the hospital, but I went through physical abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, trying to commit suicide on 2 occasions before I was even 11 years of age. And I'm so glad I failed. So glad I failed. Some stuff you're supposed to fail at, and that was one of those, right? Because now I'm living a life far beyond my dreams. And I say to anybody here that maybe is in a hopeless situation, hopelessness sets the stage for the moving of God's hand, and the impossible creates and sets the stage for a miracle. Rabbi Jonathan Kahn said that's so powerful. But the lies that I believed in, and I don't know what the lies are, maybe, well, I'm not educated enough, or I'm the wrong color. I'm just a woman in a man's world. I'm just a black man, a white man's world. Whatever, we have these different lies. Well, I'm not smart enough. I don't have a good enough personality, whatever the things are, right? They're lies. And so they're limiting. And whenever there's lies we believe in, we make limiting amounts of money. When there's lies we believe in, we build limited and limiting relationships. When there's lies we believe in, my friend, we build limiting businesses. But what God would have us to do, and what Dr. Strohman and his different associates are here to assist you with, is you can choose between having an unlimited success versus limiting beliefs. Now, if everybody we could just take a vote. Those of you on the video, let me just see a raise of hand. If you could choose between living based on limiting beliefs, on lies, or unlimited success, who would raise their hand and say, yeah, I want the unlimited success, right? And guess what? That's what we're here for. That's what this is all about. And the beautiful thing is you do have a choice. See, you do have a choice. See, I thought I didn't have a choice. That was another lie. Right? I thought this is just my life. It's set this way, but no, that's not the truth. And you can okay, God bless all those hands up I see there. Well, guess what, my friend? I'm here to tell you, listen, we can have unlimited success because that is the will of God for our lives when we follow him and submit to him. Right? So watch this, my friend. It's like a guy the other day, Dr. Strohman, he wanted me to show him something on a Zoom, but he had a hard time. He wasn't familiar. And I said, listen, there's a setting where I can take control of your mouse and do everything. And so I said, you just got to agree to me taking control. When I clicked the button, he just had to accept. When he did that, I was able to get everything done quick, just like that. You know why? Because I knew what I was doing. And in the middle of that, I was like, that's exactly what we got to do with the will of God for our lives, my friend, because he knows the way. Hello, somebody. He knows the way, but we're trying to do it our own way. No, John 2:5, whatsoever he saith unto you, do it. And Isaiah 48:17, thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I'm the Lord thy God, which teacheth thee the prophet. See, if God teaches you, he teaches you the prophet and leadeth thee in the way which thou shouldest go. Anyway, enough of that. So real quick, I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm just saying with enough focus. And by the way, write down this word focus. And I love what's been said thus far. And Dr. Strohman, let me go ahead and throw it real quick. So health, watch this now. So health, somebody might want to write this down. Health without wealth, again, health without wealth is frustrating, right? You got all this energy and vigor, but cars being repossessed, about to be evicted. So health without wealth is frustrating. Number two, wealth without health is futile. The Queen of England lay dying, said, I'll give all of my riches to get my health back. Steve Jobs, again, at the end of his life, I would give my billions up to get my health back. So again, health without wealth is frustrating. And that's where most kingdom people are. And then yet wealth without health is futile. But here's what Dr. Strohman and his team is all about. Health with wealth is fantastic. Oh, come on, somebody. Y'all ain't hearing me up in here. See, the Bible says, I pray God your whole soul and spirit and body be preserved blameless until the coming of the Lord. 3 John 2, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health. So we don't have to choose. We get to have it all, right? We get to have it all. Ecclesiastes 2:26, for God giveth to a man that is good in the sight, both wisdom and knowledge and joy, but to the sinner he giveth travail to gather and to heap up. Why? That he may give to him that is good in his sight. God says, I'll let the heathen grab all that and build it all up. And then there'll be something called a wealth transfer where I bring it over to you. Oh, come on, somebody. But you got to position yourself to prosper. And, as my beautiful wife, Nadia, I call her my ABCD, my adorable brown caramel delight. We wrote a book together called Position to Prosper based on 3 main principles, which again, I'm getting to this in a minute. I just want y'all to think about that because that thing kind of hard. And in just a minute, we're going to break this, but we're going to use my head to break it. We all going to break it together. Remember, cooperation. We just going to use my head if that's okay with y'all, right? But when I break this, Dr. Strohman, it represents, I want you to let it represent that psychologically, you're committed to breaking through what seems to be keeping you back. You see what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I teach a whole concept called breakthroughpreneur, which again, anybody who's successful as an entrepreneur, they don't know it, but they're really a breakthroughpreneur because they had to break through some stuff to get to where they're going. Now, look, love what Booker T said, by the way. True success shouldn't be measured by what you've accomplished, but by what you had to go through to accomplish. And when you understand that, you understand some of us are 10,000 times more successful than we give ourselves credit for because of where we had to come from. Ooh, that's good right there. All right, so let's get back over here. So again, these lies, these limiting beliefs, but again, God wants us to have unlimited success. Ephesians 3:20, unto him that's able to do exceeding abundantly above all you can ask or think. However big you want your business, God said, I can do 10,000 times more than that. However healthy and strong you want to be and vibrant, God says that's nothing compared to what I can do. However great you want your relationship and relationships, God says that's nothing compared to what I can do. So my friend, this is what the child of God, if you're one of his, you got access to. But because of the lies, we've been kept keeping ourselves back. By the way, if you were born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, especially in America, it's all your fault. Come on, somebody, it's all your fault. So we got to learn some things. But the main thing is we got to get over these lies. And so here we go. So I want you again to understand my life was a mess. Now I'm considered a grandmaster in the martial arts. You can see, let's see here. Let's see back there a few of the trophies. We got a bunch more in the garage and gave a bunch away. The wife said, enough is enough, baby. Come on now. So anyway, but I'm the guy that went years ago when I joined, they called me Mr. Baboon. They laughed at me and they said I'd never make it, right? But they were wrong. Hello, somebody. Right. Matter of fact, Les Brown and I were speaking in the UK a couple of years back. And usually they have me speak first and Les, but this occasion they had Les speak first and then me. And Les did a great job, as he always does, talking about how, he was considered ethically slow and took on that, started believing that lie, right? And finally a man, Mr. Washington, challenged him and some other things. And he ended up now being one of the greatest speakers in the world. And his whole talk was about don't allow other people's negative opinion to become your reality. Right. And that was so good. And he's done, I said, Les, man, as always, you knocked it out of the park. That is so right. We don't have to allow other people's negative opinions of us to become our reality. But I think I got something a little bit better. He said, oh, Doc, come on, man, what you got? I said, you ready? He said, yes. How about this? I mean, and don't get me wrong, we need to teach that. But how about if we really get people to focus on this? Only allow God's opinion of you to become your reality.
Come on now. That's good.
He said, Doc, you got me on that one. See, instead of us trying to fight all the negative stuff that other people are saying, all we got to do is focus in on what the master, by the way, anybody who counts you out, number one, they can't count. And number two, they don't count unless you count them. Oh, come on. Can I say that again? I said, anybody who counts you out, number one, they can't count, but number two, they don't count unless you count them in. And listen, my friend, the Bible says he counted me faithful, put me in the middle, even when I was a blasphemer. So it's not based on me and what I can do, it's based on him, what his son did for me that I received by faith. Yes. And so now, my friend, based on what he says, I've got unlimited success. So I just got to break through my lies and get busy. Come on, somebody. So I need y'all to talk to me. I'm gonna need you to unmute your line just for a minute. And I'm gonna need you to watch carefully. And I'm gonna need you to say breakthrough time, because I need to know Ecclesiastes 3 says there's a time and season for everything underneath the sun. Well, it's time for us to break through these lies. So everybody unmute for a moment if you can. And let me hear you say it's breakthrough time.
It's breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Breakthrough
Come on,
time.
give me some more. Everybody talk to me.
It's breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
No more conviction. Come on, say it's breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Come on now.
Breakthrough time now.
Breakthrough
Come
time.
on. We just broke the limits right off our beliefs.
Yes.
And when you break the limits off your beliefs, you now can have unlimited success. Oh, I think you got to mute yourself. Y'all might have missed it. Y'all was, did they have somebody else spotlighted or did they get a chance to see that?
We can see you.
Okay, all right, okay. So anyway, and by the way, I used to see folks do this and I used to think it was impossible. As long as I thought it was impossible, it was. See, if you think you are beaten, you are. And if you think you dare not, you won't. If you like to win but think you can, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you will lose, you've already lost. For this powerful truth we find, success begins with a person's will. It's all a state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger woman or man, but sooner or later, those who win, those who first think and then know that they can. And we know, my friend, based on practicing kingdom principles, you can. Come on, somebody, you can. So, all right, you can mute yourself back out now. I want to show you a short little video or two, and then I'm going to give you another principle and close out because my time is coming to a close. Let me know if you can hear this, Dr. Strohman. Let me see here.
We're laughing because we thought we were shooting. So we're enjoying out here my ABCD, my adorable brown family, right? My wife for life. Come on, wife walking freedom every day. Wife walking freedom every day. We have a great time. I love the water.
All righty, so we're just getting back in. All righty, we're just getting back in for vacation. But instead of a vacation, Dr. Strohman, because of principles that you embrace and that we practice, we turned it from a vacation to a paycation. Oh, come on.
Come on, somebody.
Here. All right, here we go. Okay, here's let me show you a little something here. Okay, here we go. I had to spoil my queen.
You know, we got to show you what we're coming into here. And got in our suite here, restroom there. Got the massage place over there. The room, the suite, extra suite with the sweet wife. Come on now. Oh, does this woman come with the, okay, with the suite? All righty. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome, awesome. So you got to learn to play hard, work hard, and then play harder, right? Then we come into the bedroom suite. Hit those curtains. Notice how they just hit a button, bro. They start opening up like a champ. That's right. And then, oh, and here, let me see. Okay. There we go. Wow. See, this is what we're talking about here, right? So, work hard, but play harder. Well, my love, my ABCD, you approve?
Absolutely.
She approves. It's a deal. It's a wrap.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, so I told my baby, I said, we already had a suite, but I was like, let's upgrade to the super suite. And so she's like, that's kind of pricey, baby. I'm like, baby, please. And so she's been begging me. She's like, baby, you work so hard. She said, can we at least one time just go somewhere where you're not speaking, you're not doing a Zoom, you're not preaching, you just I was like, baby, but they pay me. I mean, I've been in all 50 states, 28 countries. They paid for it all. Why do I want to go? But baby, I just think just to relax, right? It's okay. So I'm 60 years wise, and I'm getting wiser now because I say, I'm gonna listen to this woman. So I said, okay, let's go. She's like, wait a minute. You're not gonna do any work, no work. I'm canceling all my Zooms. I'm getting somebody else to take care of, I'm going. She's like, are you serious? Yep. And we gonna pay for it. I'm not. And so we found one of the most exclusive. I mean, literally is $1,000 a night place. And she's like, well, baby, I was like, baby, it's gonna be okay. And not only was it okay, it was better than okay, because first of all, you know, I was super relaxed. She was super relaxed. No calls, no Zooms, no. And so, but that's why I put the thing on Facebook. Look, I work super smart and hard. Because see, poor folks work hard, rich folks work hard at working smart. But then you got to learn to play smart. So while we were there, and did I show you that to impress you? Yeah. Okay. No, I showed you that because I wanted you to see that, I mean, when I was a little kid, when I was young, I never dreamed I'd be able to do stuff like that, right? And to be able to do that and for it not to make a dent in our finances. As a matter of fact, while I was there, we made multiple, and again, I'm not saying this to brag, but I do want to impress you so I can impress upon you that these principles work if you work them. But again, oftentimes you're gonna have an overwhelming, write this down, breakdown before you have an undeniable breakthrough. Oh, come on, somebody. And most people get all messed up in the breakdown part. But see, unless the corn of wheat fall on the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it'll bring forth much fruit, right?
Right.
And so I just realized, hey, I'm on my way up. But at any rate, so multiple 5 figures we made in our businesses on autopilot. No Zoom, no text, no call, no nothing. Just chilling and enjoying, just hanging out. Matter of fact, our vacation ended up turning into a paycation, and now it's a staycation because the wife said we're gonna go home, go to church, and change clothes, and we're going back for another week. Now we go somewhere else for another, because we decided we want to do something, go somewhere else. So what I'm saying to you is this: what the lifestyle, the lifestyle is, again, working it hard. And sometimes it seems like, man, is this thing ever going to pay off? And I want to encourage somebody, yes, it does. And yes, my friend, I'm telling you that when you practice principles, now write this down: God is no respecter of persons, but he is a respecter of principles that are practiced.
That's right. That's good. That's
Okay.
good. Come on now.
You get that? So, okay, my time is up. So here we go. All right, so let me give you 1 or 2 quick things I'm done. So here's the thing. Number one, just understand this: any financial principle that you do not know, those that know them are using them against you. Let me say it again. Any financial principle that you do not know, those that know them are using them against you. And the sad thing about it, Dr. Strohman, is oftentimes there's something called mental slavery that causes people to be in love with their enslaver and even defend their enslaver when someone's trying to set them free.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's good right there, Doc. Say that one again. Okay. Man, right? So that mental and financial slavery, I mean, listen, I'm telling you, my friend, it's like Harriet Tubman said. She said, I freed over 300 slaves. I could have freed thousands more if they just realized they didn't have to be a slave. So Robert Kiyosaki says something very powerful, and I just added to it a little bit, and so to juice it up. But he said this, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said, just like there was a wicked law years ago against slavery to keep the slaves from learning how to read and write, there's a wicked law today against teaching people financial principles. Matter of fact, even people that get schooled, they're still being taught antiquated financial principles. By the way, you say, oh, Doc, are you into this get rich quick? Well, no, I'm against get rich quick, just like you're against, I'm against get rich quick schemes, just like I'm against never get rich jobs. By the way, I've been psychologically unemployable since 1990. I used to be a college professor, and somebody said, listen, how'd you like to start making more money in a month than you make an entire year? So immediately I'm thinking, I'm not going back to college. 12 years of regular school, 12 years of college, 24 years of schooling. I'm not going back, because in my mind, I've been programmed like they wanted me to be programmed to think the more degrees you get, the more money you can make. And for a poor boy from the hood, like I'd made it. Here I was a college professor, totally promulgating my esoteric cogitations and articulating my superficial sentimentalities with a nickel boy. Phyllis, that's just me. Say what you mean without using big words. But anyway, but I knew how to do all that stuff, right? And it's like I made it. But here these people telling me I can start making more money in a month than I was making an entire year. And you talking about I don't have to go to college? And they said, no, we'll mentor you. And they mentored me. And I am not exaggerating. I started making more money in a month than I was making an entire year. Now, it didn't happen exactly like this, but just the story I tell because it sounds good. I walked into my boss, said, boss, I'm sorry, I can't work for you anymore. He said, why? I said, I got eye trouble. He said, eye trouble, what's wrong with your eyes? I said, I can't see myself working for you anymore. And that was 1990. I've been psychologically unemployable ever since. Why? Because now I understand profits are better than wages. Listen, profits are better than wages. We have 14 income streams. We're about to start number 15, 14 income streams. One of my income streams, recently we had a 6-figure day. Well, let me back up. First week, I wanted to do 6 figures in 21 days because, you know, Dr. Strohman, I got a 21-day breakthrough challenge, and now I want to do a 21-day financial breakthrough challenge. And so we did 20 in 21 days. We did 6 figures, but then I was like, what if I could do that in a day, right? Because again, unlimited success. And we just recently had a 6-figure day. Hello, right. Somebody. They had nothing to do with my college degrees. Hello. Didn't even have anything to do with all my championship. Well, some of it because of the discipline. Hello. But anyway, but what I'm saying, and not just that, the belief, but here's what I just came to say this. I came to say this. You're looking at somebody that I never believed in myself. I never thought I could be anything. And God put other people around me, people like Dr. Strohman, people like others that saw something in me that I couldn't see in myself. And I didn't want to let them down, Dr. Strohman. So I just gave it a shot because they thought I could do it. I knew I couldn't, but they thought I could. And it shocked me when it worked. And one day I finally said, man, why, if they believe in me and if God, why don't I just go and believe in myself, right?
Hello.
Matter of fact, I used to didn't like myself. Now, man, I like being me so me. It's such a shame. If I wasn't me, I'd want to be me. That's how bad it is now. So, but I set out to say this, my friend. God, listen, this represents the stuff that was in here that was keeping me back from the stuff that I'm enjoying now. I mean, it's crazy the things that we get to do now and the things we get to enjoy. My wife bought me a Lincoln, and so for my birthday, and so I said, well, I make more than she makes, so let me buy her a vehicle. And so, and here's where she got me sealed for life. Matter of fact, I told her, if you ever try to leave me, I'm leaving with you. And so I'm closing. So here, so she says to the guy, the dealer, car dealer guy, said, he said, what kind do you want, ma'am? She said, I want what my King has. I just need the SUV version because I got a couple of teenagers, you know. So and on the back of her vehicle, it says, I love my hubby. I'm like, boy.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Doc.
Come on. But again, but what I'm saying is this, but I'm telling you, I thought none of this was possible, right? This the richness of our love that we have one for another. And we start off with nothing. So the things that, see, if you go after things, you may miss the truth. But if you go after the truth, God can trust you with the things. Hello, somebody. And somebody asked me though, I said, well, why would you need that huge, big old suite and all that money on that? I was like, well, ask God, why did he put gold in the garden when there was only 2 people?
Hello. Come on now.
Maybe his kingdom kids are supposed to have opulence, right? Now, again, we tithe and give the offering and support missionaries. And one of our goals, by the way, we'll support 100 missionaries by the grace of God. I don't think a missionary ought to beg a church. I think we just, so we do. So there's constant things. I mean, we've been blessed to be able to, find out somebody need a vehicle, take them to a dealership, say, pick out what you want, pay for it. I mean, but I'm telling you, my friend, but I remember a day when none of that seemed like none of that could be possible. So it doesn't matter where you are now. It matters where you want to go, my friend. And I'm telling you, get a mentor that can empower you to get there. And so tomorrow evening, by the way, I'm doing a presentation that some of you are interested. I mean, you can contact me. I'll put my number in. I'll send you that information. It's 717-275-3508. My wife says, why'd you give your number out? Because I want people to call me. I ain't scared. Now, just so you know, it's going to go to voicemail, right? And I'll check the voicemail, and then at my convenience to get back to you. And since we just got in from the paycation and leaving on another paycation, we'll see. But tomorrow evening we'll do that. So that's the number there. And if you want to check out a website, it's just www.theinternetmentor.com. Because so many people from so many different countries want me to mentor them. As finally we had to put together a mentoring site where we can do that electronically, whatever. But anyway, I do have information. Like I said, if you'd like to know some of the strategies that we're using. By the way, Doc, when I went to bed last night, I showed a guy, I was working with a guy, showed him, a guy I went to Bible college with years ago, and showed him the picture of one of our accounts. And then this morning we showed him another picture. And while we were sleeping, we made over $1,699 while we were sleeping. Why? Because we've employed our money to make money for us, to work for us when we're not working. Okay, so God bless you all. Peace, breakthrough, and divine increase. Can I give him one more poem and then I can go? One more, a short one.
Absolutely, Doc.
The most dangerous people are not the ones who hit you with clubs and rob you with guns. The thief won't attack your character traits, nor belittle your abilities to your face. It likely will be a well-meaning friend who merely crushes your will to win. No, he doesn't rob you a pointed gun. He simply says it can't be done. And when pointed to many who already are, he smiles and says, but they're better than we are. Personality-wise and abilities too. They're way ahead of what others can do. And it matters not that his words are untrue for that others must know you. So you're robbed of your hopes, your dreams to succeed, robbed of the faith that makes you believe, and left to doubt if you ever achieve. So the deadliest of people is not he with a gun, but he or she who tells you it can't be done. For that taken by burglars can be gotten again, but nothing, I said nothing, can replace your will to win. My name is Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough. You're a winner. I believe in you.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, I know all of you are so glad you didn't miss this Zoom today. And I hope you soaked it all up. I know it was a lot, but my good, it was just simply delicious. Outstanding, Dr. Stan. Outstanding, simply outstanding, simply outstanding. Words cannot describe, just simply outstanding.